go to Doc's. Doc's is cool. Playing shuffleboard. I'm just fucking launching them.
Yeah, you were not doing great in shuffleboard. You got... who's your partner?
Wake.
Wake? He played pretty good.
I felt like I scored a lot.
Yeah. I scored a fuck ton.
Yeah, you had like an 8-banger at the end because we were knotted up.
Yeah, I had 8 at the end to beat you. And then you left. You shook my hand for some reason. Shook my hand and walked away, and I didn't see you for the rest of the night.
I was with your brother playing darts.
Yeah, how long did you play darts for?
Dude, I don't know, like 40 minutes.
Okay, and then I left.
Me and your brother, both our phones are dead, right?
Yep.
So we go downtown. He's wearing shorts, I'm wearing sweats.
Where'd you guys go? What bar were you looking for?
Tried to go to Rec Room.
All right. Grossest bar in Buffalo, Jack Eichel said.
Didn't let us in because of the dress code.
Yep, there's a dress code there.
So where'd we go next?
The Cowboy, right?
The Cowboy.
Yeah, obviously.
So we're hammered, right? Go to the Cowboy. For some reason, we were drinking Scotch Henny for shots, right?
Oh.
We switched to tequila.
Ugh.
So we get a couple. We get
It's a terrible combo.
Well, I get 2 shots of tequila for each of us. Couple and like 2 beers or like.
How
a
much
beer
money do you think you spent last weekend?
Not as much as you think. I probably spent like $100-$200.
That's not bad.
Not awful.
No, that's not bad.
But
You've done worse.
so then we walk home, right? People are offering to buy us an Uber, and I just take off. I'm like, Coach, follow
Yeah,
me.
he told me. So what he told me. So I actually.
She wouldn't get these 2 girls wouldn't get us the Uber when I was there, so I left. So I think they said if you get your friend back, we'll get you it because I was already a block away.
What he told me. So keep in mind
His idea to go to Rec Room.
Okay, I felt like it was mutual.
It was way more him because I said let's go to Molly's.
All right, Molly's a good time. So what he told me was, keep in mind he told me this at 5:45 in the morning
That's when we got back.
because I had to take a piss and I was getting water.
Keep in mind, for the timeline, it is like it's like 11:30, 11:45 this time.
Yeah, I left at like 11:30 ish.
I
left at like midnight.
I think we left before you.
You might have because we didn't say goodbye to you because I was
in the back
Wake,
corner
Zach,
playing darts.
and my girlfriend. But so what happened was he told me when I was taking a piss that he was talking to 2 girls. He was like, and we were trying to convince them to get an Uber for us.
But the thing was, both our phones are dead and we had no cash.
So he goes, I'm going to type in your phone my name and my number. And he goes, and then you text me and I'll Venmo you.
When I was there, double.
Yeah.
But when I was there, they didn't believe us.
Yeah. So he was like, I was convincing him.
It was he was bombing. That's why I left. He was bombing.
He said that they finally agreed to do it.
At one point, he had a bartender's phone a block away trying to call his buddy to pick us up.
Yeah, he said that as soon as he said that you guys.
Why didn't he just go to the Uber app? Why couldn't we figure out that he would just put his just call an Uber from
card?
There?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said that when their phones died, then you guys were trying to get picked up. That outside Rec Room, that you were like, that he was like, do you remember what the car looks like? And you go, yeah, I remember what the car looks like. So you guys go outside, and Coach goes, so what does the car look like? And you go, I have no fucking idea.
That part's true. But then, so keep in mind, if you walk the right way, I looked it up to your house, 3.5 hours.
Okay.
We walk longer than that.
Yeah.
We take off down Genesee Street.
Okay.
The wrong way.
Yeah, that's not a good area.
We're walking and walking. It's getting worse and worse. The area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we got to find a street that we find out. Keep in mind, there was a shooting 2 streets over from where we were around the same time.
Okay. Did you hear anything?
No.
Well, I don't think you guys could hear anything besides each other and your own heartbeat.
We were arguing for the first 40 minutes about whose fault it was, and we agreed it was mutual.
It was definitely mutual from the story I was told.
So then, where Genesee meets Fillmore, we are not in a good area.
No, yeah.
We make a right to go down Fillmore. Smart move.
Good idea.
It's getting worse and worse. Like, we're passing actual streets. We're trying to get people to call us Ubers, people that are riding their bike, and they're just beelining.
Yeah, I mean.
Where Fillmore meets up with Sycamore, this part gets interesting. We find a homeless dude in a wheelchair.
Yep. You're a good Samaritan. You're saving grace out there.
We go, we need a phone charger. He hands us a charger, and we go, where are we plugging this in? So then we wheel him down for about a mile.
Did you guys take turns wheeling this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I did the majority of the wheeling.
Yeah. I mean, just picturing this has got to be ridiculous. Like, can you imagine you guys going up a hill? Like,
all down.
All downhill?
We are already about...
Did you jump out his pegs?
Dude, he didn't have any.
What'd you have?
I think he had like a leg and a half. He kept trying to say...
A leg and a half?
He kept saying he was injured in the top shooting.
Yeah.
But...
The guy didn't have grenades, did he?
No, I did look up the victims of the top shooting, and he was not one of them.
Okay.
So we're wheeling him.
Where do you think he was during the top shooting?
Same spot.
Probably just at
Fillmore and
the corner
Sycamore. Fillmore and Sycamore at the bus stop.
Don't you want to go find him?
We want to make round 2. So we're wheeling him down, and he's like, I got to get to Niagara Falls. And then we're like, all right, we got to get home. So he goes, all right, I'll find you a gas station, the one that's open. Wheel him to this gas station for about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. We find
you guys even picked up a side quest.
We're in the middle of the hood. We are in the random gas station. There's like big-bodied like Escalades out front.
Yeah. Nice cars.
People going in and out of the store. We get there, and he's like, all right, go to the ATM. He's like, I need $13. I'm like, all right, we could do it. We get there, walk up. It just closes when we get there.
What time do you think this was?
Probably 2.
Okay.
2:30 maybe.
Okay.
And it is.
I'm well asleep at this point.
And we're at this gas station, and we look around, and then this guy's like, all right, let's just hop in this car. I think I know him. And there's already 10 people in this car, and I'm like, Coach, we are going to get robbed if we hop in this car.
Yeah.
So then I go, all right, let's just push this guy's wheelchair to the car. So we just pushed him and walked. It was like the Book of Eli.
Yeah.
So we keep going. We keep going. It's getting worse and worse. We finally find Clinton Street.
Okay.
Take that down past Bailey. And at this point, 4.5 hours in, we are exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, we can't go anymore. So we still couldn't find an open gas station. We found an open 24-hour sex store.
Good job.
Clinton and Bailey. We get in there.
Do you remember the name of it?
No.
Yeah,
but they had
no
a back
chance you remember.
room. For $10, you go to the back room and jerk off to anything in the section.
What do you think that room smells like?
The lady talked about having to clean it up, and like dudes will come in a Ziploc bag and throw it at them on the way out.
That's so funny.
But we get in there, right?
It's like the Silence of the Lambs when they're like, she's like walking down, she's like, they're just launching cum at her through the jail cell.
She seemed fine with it. She was like desensitized.
Yeah, I mean, it probably happens so often.
But we get there, and there's 3 hookers inside.
We should bump it up to $20, huh?
I'm not going to make an assumption here. They should.
All right, hookers is not a good term
But
to use.
We found out why.
I think you're supposed to use prostitutes.
Escorts.
Yeah.
So they were hanging out there, probably for the back room. They were buying the
Sex
bullet.
workers.
Yes. They were buying a bullet, like a vibrator.
Okay.
And then I remember saying, oh, good call on the bullet. And they said, wow, this kid's an asshole. So we're already off on the wrong foot.
No, yeah.
They wanted to fight us because of that.
Yeah, you should have told me you're familiar.
Then this one girl was willing to help us out. So she pulled out the Uber app on her phone. And me and your brother go, we'll each give you $80. There's an ATM there. I took out $100.
Was this the safest you felt on this walk?
Yeah, I knew where we were. It's not good, but it's not as bad.
I'm glad you knew where you were.
Yeah. I used to work in the east side of Buffalo. We're slowly getting the Seneca Babcock. No,
UPS, baby.
And Teacher's Aid.
Oh, yeah, good shit.
But, so, then this is an all-time line from this lady. So I go, all right, we'll put our card in your Uber app and just wait here until we get in the car. And we'll each give you $80 or $100. She said, no. How about you just give us $80 and we'll blow you?
And you were like, no, I just want to go home.
I just said, near tears. I was like, we just want to go home. And then, because no one had a phone charger, and then they leave. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get a water. So I got a couple of waters. Lady behind was like, oh, it turns out I actually have a phone charger. We got home. We Ubered home. We smelled awful.
Yeah, I can't imagine. You guys probably smelled like sex and murder and sweat.
We smelled like that sex store.
You should have bought something more expensive to thank her.
I think I gave her $40 for the phone charger. Just to use it, to get him up to 7%.
That's not bad, though.
As soon as he hit 10, he took it off the charger. It was just a good times. Great people, better memories.
Would you do it again?
I would love to do that.
But my favorite, you left out my favorite part of this.
What?
Is what Coach told me. So we left this part.
My favorite part is the hooker saying, we'd rather blow you than do no work at all and get $200.
That's fair.
And they could have called Ubers whenever, because we don't check our bank accounts.
That's true. Yeah, when's the last time you looked in your bank account?
Since I opened it?
So, Coach told me that when you began the journey, when you first talked to that group of girls,
Okay.
and Coach was, like, worked his way down from getting, like, absolutely no chance, you're a fucking idiot, I'm not paying for your Uber,
Yeah.
to I finally convinced them, and then you were down the street when Coach looked.
I took off.
Yeah, you started taking off, and Coach ran up and caught you and goes, they're going to cut us an Uber, and you said, and I quote, no, walking will make for a better story.
Yes.
So that really happened?
Yeah, I foreshadowed it.
Yeah.
And I said, we don't take handouts around this part of town.
Absolute great line, because it turned out to be a great story.
Wheeling a homeless dude with 1.5 legs
To a gas station to where you're going to get robbed.
where I knew we were going to get set up in that car, so we had to keep going.